श्री बाबुल सुप्रियो जी, बहन देवश्री चौधरी जी, other distinguished participants in today's program, general managers of Eastern Railway, SCR, Metro, Kolkata Metro, divisional managers, other officials, all the organizations involved with this very important endeavor, including the representatives from JICA, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a pleasure to once again be a part of Kolkata Metro, particularly since amongst the last physical programs I did was in Kolkata when on 13th of February earlier this year, I had joined the flagging off ceremony of metro services from Salt Lake Sector 5 to Salt Lake Stadium. After that, we all got busy because Parliament was in session. And probably that was the last program I did in the railways, physical program, before we got busy with Parliament and then the lockdown and then the fight against COVID. So Babul Supriyo has the ability to get us at short notice for any program that is related to West Bengal. And I'm delighted that now, 8 months later, at his insistence, I am able to be with all of you to inaugurate another station, the Phoolbagan station. It's truly very, very commendable that all the engineers, all the workmen, the railway officials, all have worked in the midst of this COVID pandemic, rather worked extra during this pandemic to complete the Phoolbagan station in time for Durga Puja. I think it's been a great gift for the city of Kolkata, for the residents of Kolkata, that the railway officials, engineers, and particularly the workmen have worked through these trying times, through the COVID period, to be able to start this service before Durga Puja. My compliments to all of you who are associated with this project. I hope the General Manager of Metro Kolkata will be able to convey to all the stakeholders, all the participants, my personal good wishes and compliments. I would like to take the opportunity to also wish all my brothers and sisters in Kolkata for the forthcoming Durga Puja. My best wishes. I hope the Durga Puja goes along well. The celebrations are in keeping with the COVID precautions that we all have to maintain. And just like my home city of Mumbai did Ganesh Puja and Ganpati this year, keeping all the COVID precautions, maintaining that, I'm sure Kolkata and West Bengal will also celebrate Durga Puja with the same feelings and the same Shraddha, the same devotion as we have always done, but keeping in mind the necessary COVID precautions so that the celebrations are deep, are within each one of us, and yet don't cause anybody any harm. Kolkata Metro is the oldest metro in the country. It has added another feather to its cap today with this subaqueous tunnel built under water body. And I congratulate the designers and all of you who have made this feat possible in a short period of time. Short after it was restarted. I remember when I had come earlier in February and I was studying the progress of this project. I was given to understand that the project was sanctioned in July 2008, but for a long time the project got delayed and very little work was done until 2015. There were problems of land acquisition, there were resettlement issues, then the state government made us change the alignment. All of these resulted in huge delay and cost escalation of this project. But thanks to the personal intervention of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, in 2015 the work was started. After the Modi government came in the center, he ensured adequate availability of funding, even though the project cost had gone up significantly. And because of his focused monitoring of this project, his personal intervention, his personal involvement, because he could realize that Kolkata people are facing a lot of difficulties due to traffic, due to delays of this project. He ensured availability of adequate funding and the speedy implementation of the project. I'm told that by end of next year, December 2021, the entire project, east and east-west corridor of 16.55 kilometers, is also expected to be complete, hopefully with no further hiccups coming up due to the COVID pandemic. The estimates are that this line will be used by nearly 10 lakh people by 2035. That itself will be a huge service to the people of Kolkata, and the time taken to travel from one part of Kolkata to another will significantly fall with the commissioning of all these new systems. It was not an easy project to implement, but while implementing the project, I think the railways and the teams working on this were encouraged and inspired by the words of Rabindranath Tagore, who had said, "Let us not pray to be sheltered from dangers, but to be fearless when facing them." I think the difficulties that this project encountered could only have been overcome because of the fearless attitude, the bold attitude, and the self confidence that the workers and engineers had while implementing this project. And today, this momentous achievement is being dedicated to the nation to serve the people of Kolkata. The IT hub of Sector 5, the International Bus Terminal, and the Mela ground at Karunamoi, important government offices at Central Park, City Center, the busy EM bypass, and Salt Lake Stadium will get connected with the old city area by metro services. And the time taken to travel from Phoolbagan to Salt Lake Sector 5 by metro will now be only 16 minutes, as against more than 1 hour taken by road. I think all of these will clearly help the people of Paschim Bengal in their travel, in their movement from one part of Kolkata to another. Metro providing the safest, cleanest, and most eco-friendly service, the most efficient mode of transport, connecting both Howrah and Sealdah stations, important stations in the Indian Railway. In fact, this will also bring down pollution level and be eco-friendly, environment-friendly means of transport for the people of Kolkata. As you may be aware, the Indian Railways is going in for a massive electrification drive by 2023. It will be the world's largest 100% electrified railway system, and we are also setting up 20,000 megawatt of renewable energy, which will provide power for running the entire Indian railway network, making it the world's first 100% green railway. with net zero emission. No other part of the world, not even the most developed countries, have embarked on such an ambitious project. But under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Modi, the Indian Railways is committed to break all records and become the world's first green railway. The entire world is now watching India's massive thrust towards environment friendly modes of transport. And this project is an ahem part of the initiatives that the government of India is taking for clean environment and a green nation. As they say, the future is always made by those who struggle to make everyone's life better. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, whether it is Bakul, whether it is Behan Debashri, and all of us, we are all working to forge a better destiny for the people of India, to give the people of India a much better future, a much better ease of living for which we are all committed. As they say, service of mankind is the highest service of all. And we are all working with that spirit of service. Jan Seva is the only seva that really matters in the end. And the government of India is committed to Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. And Prime Minister Modi, with his apt handling of the COVID crisis, with the many measures he has taken to reach development to the last man at the bottom of the pyramid, has today earned the trust of 135 crore Indians who trust their destiny under his leadership, who trust that Prime Minister Modi will lead the nation to the real high levels of glory that is the destiny of India. Projects such as the metro service in Kolkata help us in serving the people better, help us in creating more domestic manufacturing capabilities, help us in creating greater economic activity, promoting jobs for our citizens in manufacturing, in setting up such transport modes, and in the service that we provide to the people of India. These development projects will also help us further take technology to the common man and develop the new India, an Atmanirbhar Bharat, a self-reliant India, where we will make our own train sets, we will make our own metro coaches, we will make our own systems, railway systems. And you'll be happy to know that today Indian Railways has become almost 98% indigenous equipment procurer. All the things that we procure, we buy, we use are by and large Indian, save and except for very small element of import of certain technology products, which also we are gradually trying to indigenize. As Swami Vivekananda said, if faith in ourselves had been more extensively taught and practiced, I am sure very large portion of the miseries of our people would have vanished. I think Prime Minister Modi's leadership has helped every Indian reignite that faith in ourselves so that we can create a better future for our children, for our future generations. Let us work with that faith to create a better destiny for India. Let us all rededicate ourselves to work for the collective good of 135 crore Indians. My compliments once again to the people of Kolkata for this very important line being inaugurated today. And I do hope your Durga Puja celebrations will be made more enjoyable, more easier with the dedication of today's stretch, the new Phoolbagan station. My compliments to all of you. May Ma Durga always bestow her blessings on all my brothers and sisters of Kolkata and to all my colleagues in the Indian Railways working through the COVID period to serve the people of India. Thank you very much. Namaskar.